Hey guys, Bluebridge here, and today my video is going to be a message about Garnacho from an actual Manchester United fan, and I'll be doing a roundup on the latest transfer news. So let's get into it. So, as far as transfers go, nothing's changed. We're still eagerly waiting to see whether we're going to be getting Simons and Garnacho. But after a flurry of sales, particularly in the midfield department, Dewsbury all left to Everton for 25 plus 4, so 29 potentially. Broha for less than I thought, 10 plus 5, and Ugochukwu for 25. So, but we still haven't balanced the books, and we are trying to offload the likes of Nicholas Jackson and Cuckoo and Vega. Players like that are proving to be a little bit harder. And today the latest is that in negotiations with Manchester United, we've offered them the likes of your Jacksons and Cuckoos and Vegas and Disassi, but they're not really interested. They want the straight cash. We only prepared to offer 30 million. They want something closer to 50, and I think that's the same with Leipzig. They want 70, we're closer to the 50, so there's a bit of a gap in valuation. And the thing is, a lot of fans are saying, why don't we sign these players now? We sign these players now, even if it's one of them, like Simons, because I know a lot of people don't want Garnacho, but if we even sign Simons now, teams are going to know that we're desperate to get money because of this FIFA ruling, and they're going to try to lowball us on our players. So it's a bit of cat and mouse going on at the moment. So that's where we're at with all the transfer news at the moment. And with Leipzig, and Cuckoo is happy to go back there, even take a drop in salary. He used to play for them, remember? But I don't understand what these German clubs, why are they broke? They just picked up 70 odd million pounds for Sesko. They'll probably potentially get 50 million pounds from us for Simons, or 55 million say. So that's 125 million potentially in transfer fees, and yet they're saying that they don't want they don't want Nkunku as a permanent. The best they can go is a loan with Chelsea footing most of the bill. What would it be the point of that? So we need to balance our books. I don't think we're going to go for anything like that unless they're just playing difficult. I don't know. And a lot of Chelsea fans are getting itchy feet because there was news that Manchester City are going to be going in for him. Just looking at Grealish has already gone over to Everton on loan. And the Brazilian boy, he's looking. Tottenham are getting interest from Savio. So somebody reported that they're looking at Xavi Simons, and all of a sudden the fan base are panicking. But Fabrizio hasn't mentioned that. He mentioned that they may be looking at Rodrigo. So guys, there's going to be a lot of rumours out there. So let's not panic until, if the worst happens, then we can start moaning. As I said, people like to panic about anything these days. So, but I want to talk about Garnacho because a lot of our fan base do not want this player. As I said, I don't judge a player. And if he comes here, causes trouble, like I said in the video before, then I will start moaning. I don't know what we're going to get. As I said, sometimes and Nini made this point today, and I was along the same lines when I made one of my videos a while back, and a lot of people just like to run with a narrative, and because that everyone runs with that narrative, there's people are like sheep. There's no critical thinking these days. I keep saying that, and even with a certain situation, sometimes a player, take them out of the environment that they're in, take them out of a system that they don't suit, put them in a different environment, and it's a different player entirely. So we don't look at everything when we're judging a player. We just sort of think, okay, this player's, because we have to form an opinion in our head, this player's rubbish, or this player's not suited to us, or whatever. And at the end of the day, they can come and do well. That's why when we're saying, let's buy this player, let's buy that player, I always say, okay, he may be a great player, but is he does he suit the way that our manager wants to play? Can he translate what he's done at his other club to what he's doing at our club? We've seen it with Nkuku and others who've come in here and haven't really managed to fit into the way that we want to play. So anyway, I want to go on to this. This is Alice. I think she's got a YouTube channel actually. Alice Talks Football, and she is a Manchester United fan. So I'll rather value her opinion because she watches this guy play week in, week out than some Chelsea fans who don't watch every single Manchester United game like a Manchester United supporter. We just watch them when they feature on TV, and or even all the time, because let's be honest, I don't watch every single football match. Every Chelsea match, yeah, I'm there for. But every other team, do I watch them religiously? Not really. If they're on TV, yeah. And if I'm not doing anything, probably. But if it's not my team, I'm not watching them religiously. Anyway, this is what she's got to say. So she says, I get why Chelsea fans don't like Garnacho in terms of ego and attitude. He can act like a twat, but he's so underrated on this app. He would likely bench Gittins and is further along in his development. He suits Maresco's system to a T. Looking at his 23-24 season at 18-19 years old in a similar role under Ten Hag, if a Brazilian player in La Liga had that season, every Chelsea fan would be begging for him. If you, Nico Williams, week in, week out, he's basically Garnacho with PR. I think it's meant to be if you like. Yeah. So Gittins may have a better attitude and could end up with a better career due to that. But right now, Garnacho has 2.5 years of Premier League experience, played in a system that didn't suit him last year, and still looked dangerous towards the end after he adapted. Yes, he's frustrating, misses chances, and can be selfish. But his movement and ability to get into dangerous areas are top class. With better players around him, I think he could hit 30 plus GA at Chelsea. He got 21 GA in a poor United side that couldn't score last season. Only Yamal and Due under 21 had more. A lot of Chelsea fans say no to Garnacho, which I get given the attitude concerns and bigger needs like goalkeeper or centre back. But he'll be your best left wing with Neto on right wing, Palmer central and João Pedro up top. His work rate is high, he's a strong ball carrier, one of the most direct wingers in the league, can cut inside or play on the right. His separation, how he uses his physicality and finishing could improve, but he's always dangerous. He created chances out of nothing for United last season. With his runs and Palmer's passing, he could thrive at Chelsea. Garnacho is finished at United. He acted like a brat and isn't welcome back. But in a better environment, he would excel. He was miles better than Sancho for us, and even Sancho looked decent at Chelsea without suiting Maresco's style. If Chelsea sign Garnacho, I think he'll be good. Maybe I'm wrong, and this ages badly, but he has the worst PR on this app. People talk about him like he's the worst winger ever. He's just a young player in a bad environment with a system that didn't suit him. So there you have it. And she rightly says, you don't know, you haven't got a crystal ball, you can't see what's going to happen. But just because, as I said, what the point I was trying to make, which was brought out perfectly by Alice, is that in a different environment, a player can thrive. So we shouldn't just take things so granular and think, you know what, he's useless at United, he's going to be useless at Chelsea. He may very well be useless at Chelsea, but like everyone, as I said before, I try and give everyone a chance. Do you agree with Alice, or do you still not want him? Sorry, frog in my throat. Yeah, good point what she made as well. Again, my only issue about him is that, especially with the Colwell injury, I think if we are struggling for money, I think we are well stocked up front. Tyreek George is still there. We can develop him. he's quite raw as well. So, and then we got Quanda coming next season as well. Do we need to splash out more money when maybe a goalkeeper or a centre back will be a more better to give us to spend our funds on? Bearing in mind, as I said, we are trying to juggle our way to meet financial fair play. So that's my only reservation. But apart from that, I don't know. Okay, yesterday someone said he was vaping, but we don't know when that picture was taken. In a different environment as well, his attitude may change. If he's coached properly, then Enzo has proved that he can improve players tactically. If he's set up in a great system tactically, he may do the business. Are you convinced or not? Stick your comments in the section below, and don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications that you're notified every time I make a new video. I'm not his agent, by the way. I'm not advocating for him. I'm just trying to put in a balanced opinion. So take care. Bye bye.